As you are working with forms and reports and tables and queries and everything else, as you march forward, now that you've gotten the introduction to the switchboard and how everything is laid out and how we might enter data and connect to data and things of that nature here in Microsoft Access, what I'll tell you is I want to get this exactly right. The single biggest issue that a new user is going to encounter when coming through here and working with Access is the difference between the layout view and the design view. So the hope here is that I can cut you off before you hit what otherwise is the biggest frustration for students as they're coming through and doing work with not just Access here, but databases in general, is the difference between those two views, but it's much more pronounced here in Access than it is elsewhere. Number one, the first big mistake new students to Access encounter is not selecting the table that they want to view. So that's the first part. If you're encountering an issue, make sure over on the left-hand side that you go ahead and click on the table that you want to interact with. Number two for that is, this is an umbrella statement. I understand it's only going to work like 90% of the time, but I think that that's one hell of a good margin here for error, is if you are trying to execute on a line of instruction here from Cengage on what to do when you are interacting with your Access database, you're in the wrong view. If it just you're not seeing the the layout that you're looking for, you're not seeing okay, I want to enter in a formula here, but there's no place for me to do it. That means that you're in layout view instead of design view, or vice versa, that you're in design view instead of layout. And if you can get kind of just put that as like your first layer of self-defense against issues that you're going to run into here in the second session, is, and I mean this, and it seems way too simple to be true, but I assure you it's true. The first biggest set of troubleshooting you can do is just to double check that you are in layout view when you expect to be in layout view, or you are in design view when you expect to be in design view. And that is going to save you a tremendous amount of heartache and tears moving forward. So make sure that that's the first place that you look. Also make sure that you're highlighting the table you really need.